Digital audio music playback is getting into golden age based on availability of beautiful sounding high-end R2R decks at affordable price. Along with this kind of digital to digital converter makes it even better. Happy New Year everyone. Welcome to Tabama Hi-Fi Review channel. Today I would like to share my long-term experience of using Custard Audio U26 DDC, retail for $1,000. It has USB-B digital input along with 10 MHz digital external clock input if you want to upgrade internal clock, although it has very capable high-quality clock system built inside. This one has two I2S output, AES, and all the digital output available. Menu system is very simple, and you can adjust I2S output by touch panel of the highlighted I2S logo areas. Push it through to match your I2S position. U26 is using a Monero USB with Cortex M7 processor for USB processing, as well as there is a noise reducing chip in between to even minimize the noise of digital processing. One of the most impressive features of this U26 is discrete power supply using toroidal transformer with dual array system, exceedingly good quality, overbuilt, better than any other DDC I have ever seen. 80,000 microfarad power capacitor bank to give you cleanest and most stable power supply for your digital filtering system. So digital filtering system is probably one of the most transparent one without interfering at your sound quality and sound signature of your favorite deck. I'm using this Galubito Divinity R2R NOS deck. I2S cable connected to this U26. Music from my Sony Music server with USB A to B cable, as well as Eversolo T8 streaming transport. So I ran into a little bit of problem along the way, so I will get to that later. So those are the components that I use together. I also tried with recently reviewed Audiolytic DR70 entry-level streaming R2R deck, which helps improve the sound quality of affordable R2R deck, especially in background noise control. Most precision notes that it can improve for that affordable $400 R2R deck is outstanding. I mean, improvements are incredible. Some people say those are minor improvements, right? I understand that point, but in a revealing system, those kind of minor improvements can be game-changing, totally enhancing listening experience and sound quality of your music system. In my case, I'm using it with this Acuface E4000 and S1EX tower speakers from Pioneer DAD design. Sony HAP-Z1ES, I started off with DSD native playback. So that's where I ran into problem with this U26, not working properly for native DSD playback. I'm not getting any signal. So I ended up changing DSD output on this Sony to DOP. When I did that, it works flawlessly, beautiful sounding as well. So when I pair with two different music servers, right? Those music servers are very transparent as well. So it doesn't really influence the sound of this Galubito Divinity deck, even when I'm using that DDC U26 in between. U26 is simply giving me cleanest possible digital signal, filtering out all the noise and jitters, total isolation system to give you best possible cleanest sound quality for your system. So I've been using this U26 for over 2 months, and one of the most surprising improvement is bass quality. deepest bass quality out of this S1EH towers I've ever heard, pairing it with this U26 and this Divinity R2R deck. Not only deep and rich sound, very well articulated with nice separation between the notes. It's like I'm listening right in front of a bass speaker. That kind of bass delivery. And time to time, even today when I was last minute auditioning before I finalized all my comments and everything, when I was listening simple jazz track, I end up checking both of my subwoofer. I want to make sure the power is off. Bass quality is that much improved in my system. I'm just simply using, not even heavy gauge wire. I'm using AST silver conductors, speaker wires to the speaker and XLR cable as well. And mainly I use Oya Eden Neo Class A USB cable. One of my favorite tracks that I use all the time is Led Zeppelin, I Can't Quit You, Baby. So that track is bluesy rock music with Robert Plant vocals and Jimmy's guitar riffs. And my favorite of that track is double, triple kick drums rolls that comes and go between the notes from John Bonham. Those impact and articulation of those kick drum notes are more enhanced and most noticeable than ever, even though those are sneaky small notes, quick notes that come in between major notes. So those notes are incredibly well delivered with probably best definition possibly it can deliver. So that is one of the most noticeable things. So those minor details among other things that I mentioned before. Also, small nuances are like almost tangible kind of feeling in holographic sound staging and width and everything that producing together. So some people may find this one U26 doesn't have any sound signature. That is correct. This U26 is totally transparent, how it should be, because these are just digital bridge to give you better noise control, lesser noise than you are experiencing, whether you're using 10 years old music server like I have or latest that ever Solo T8. Doesn't matter what you use, those enhancements and improvements are totally noticeable. U18 was good back then, but now with this U26 with new dual oven temperature control crystal oscillator along with phase loop locked clock system, which is K2 synthesizer system that they use on this U26, totally give me absolute pleasure of enjoying the music. This U26 like one of the most highly capable digital to digital converter along with highly musical R2R DAX combinations gonna put final nails on the analog system coffins. Pretty much, that's how I will put it. As much as I love analog playback and I will never get rid of it, but this kind of setup and system, I can forget analog playback with digital convenience and incredible sound staging, precision notes with holographic stereo image, best DDC that I experienced in my system. Please keep in mind, I won't be mentioning the names of other DDC in comparable price point. Compared to those DDC, this Gusted Audio U26 is in next level in power supply, build quality and transparency, let alone cleanest and darkest background that it can offer with aforementioned all the pluses that I experience. Only downside I experience is time to time it can get a bit glitchy Meaning when I'm playing like DSD 11.2 1024 files, sometimes sound may not come out right away. So I had to redo the setting, restart the music server or this U26. After that, it works flawlessly. So most of my music listening, I use I2S connection. So I2S connection compared to AES and other SPDIF outputs, I2S give me cleanest sound quality with most engaging sound and resolution out of this combination. Based on my experience with this U26 and total satisfaction of using this particular component, my recommendation is if you are looking for any DDC from $800 to $2,000 range, don't look any further. You must try this Gusta Audio U26 for your system. You'll be totally amazed by how much improvements and enhancement that you will be hearing in combination with your favorite DAC. Totally, wholeheartedly recommended, my friend. Thank you for watching and happy listening.
Into my solitude, though I weary be, come into my tenderness, dream along with me. Listen to the whisper sing, listen to the singer shout, come into my solitude, meet my big mouth. Thoughts unspoken, thoughts unsaid, lies of hearth and home, children broken on the bed and left to lie alone. Things you talk around, scum you joke on down, come into my solitude, step on sacred ground. We were speaking of values and violence, breaking silence. Fathers who are lovers to the daughters that they own, mothers who can leave a child a single safety zone. People so unhinged, the death is much too kind. Come into my solitude, step over that line. Thought it was the only one. Thought it was the only one. Thought it was the only one. Breaking silence. Come into my solitude, welcome to the wheel. Come into this wonderland of wounds that will not heal. Walls that do not speak, steps that do not sound. Come into my solitude, burn this building down. Come into my solitude, though I weary be. Come into my tenderness, dream along with me. Listen to the whisper sing, listen to the singer shout. Come into my solitude, meet my big mouth. Thoughts unspoken, thoughts unsaid, lies of hearth and home, Children broken on the bed and left to lie alone. Things you talk around, scum you took on down. Coming to my solitude, step on sacred ground. We were speaking of values and violence, breaking silence. Fathers who are lovers to the daughters that they young, mothers who believe a child is single safe design. People so unhinged, that death is much too kind. Coming to my solitude, step over that line. Thought I was the only one. Thought I was the only. Thought I was the only one. Breaking silence. Come to my solitude, welcome to the wheel. Coming to this wonderland of wounds that will not heal. Walls that do not speak, steps that do not sound. Coming to my soul.